don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented
Good afternoon, baseball fans. You are here on Yankees The Ugly Truth with Ken. And we're going to be calling today's Game 3, actually Game 2 of the live play-by-play of the Rays facing off against the Yankees in the Bronx. As you know, we had a rain out yesterday, and that game has been pushed as part of a doubleheader until September the 22nd, so the makeup for this game is a long ways away. They have started the broadcast. I had anticipated that there was going to be a rain delay today, but apparently not. Looks like we may have a window to get this game in today. I was very surprised. I didn't think we'd make it. However, I'm going to start out by giving a shout out to some of the folks that are here. Real Bill, John the Beagle Dad, Nancy, what do you know? Nancy back from Italy. And let's see, today's Tampa Bay lineup going to be a little bit different than the last one. Yadi Diaz is going to be leading off DHing. Jonathan Aranda will be playing first base, hitting out of the 2-hole. Junior Caminero will be hitting out of the 3-hole, playing third base. Balad will be playing right field. Chandler Simpson will be playing left field, hitting in the 5-hole. Catcher Nick Fortis will be behind the dish, hitting in the 6-hole. Taylor Walls will be at shortstop, hitting in the 7-hole. And in center field, Cedric Mullins will be hitting in the 8-hole. And bringing up the rear is going to be their catcher, Carson Williams. On the bump for today, for the Rays is going to be Drew Rasmussen. Yeah, Bill, it's been rescheduled to September the 22nd as part of a doubleheader. And for today's lineup, leading off playing center field is going to be Trent Grisham. Aaron Judge will be in the 2-hole playing right field. DHing and hitting out of the 3-hole is going to be Ben Rice. Cleaning up and playing left field will be Cody Bellinger. Paul Goldschmidt will be handling the duties at first base and the 5-hole hitter. Jazz Chisholm Jr. will be at second in the 6-hole. Jose Caballero will be at shortstop in the 7-hole. In the 8-hole is going to be Ryan McMahon at third base. Behind the dish and bringing up the rear is going to be Austin Wells. And on the bump for today is going to be Ryan Weathers. The question that I have with regard to Weathers being on the bump, he is one of the least run-supported pitchers in Major League Baseball. Yankee offense has been slow, if not stagnant. And are we going to provide Weathers the opportunity to win? Are the Yankees going to score today? We haven't been much as far as the offense goes. How are we feeling about today's games? Are the Yankees going to get off to Schnei, start hitting? Yeah, they're talking right now, and yes, about Caballero or Volpe being in the lineup, and I will tell you, God's honest truth, Jose Caballero hit every benchmark that he needed to lock Volpe out. Why Volpe is on the Major League roster at this point, I have no idea. Caballero is got the best defensive metrics in baseball at shortstop. So how are we feeling? If you don't know, we are going to be, after the game, heading out to Kansas City to face off against the Royals for a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday game. Bill, you are absolutely correct. The hitting damn sure needs to start supporting the pitching. Starting pitching has done everything that it is needed to do. Garrett Cole's return on Friday was a ridiculous loss. Not for Cole, mind you, but in his return from Tommy John surgery, he went 6 innings, gave up 2 hits, and they were both in the first inning. At a 1-0 lead, they could not score any more than that. And the thing that I've noticed with regard to the Yankee lineup is we have been striking out in incredible amounts. On average, about 11 strikeouts a game. Way, way too much. And I have just started a live poll. So if you could take a moment to drop your vote in our active poll. How many runs will the Yankees score? Looks like there's a little bit of drizzling going on there. So how do we think that this day is going to go for us? And it looks like the Yankees are taking the field, and we are about to get this one underway. Weathers is 2-2 on the season with a 3.58 ERA. He has 61 strikeouts, and opponents are hitting a 2.32 against him. Real Bill, I've been calling everyday play-by-plays. I'm sick of calling bad games too. As you know, I strive for 30 likes for every live play-by-play. If you have it, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 734 members for Yankees The Ugly Truth. Our next milestone is 735. So if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. Doug Eddings is the home plate umpire. He's got 29 seasons under his belt. He is a pitcher-friendly pitcher. Guess we're going to see. And this live play-by-play is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network with Mitch. So show him a little bit of love. Consider subscribing to Hardcore Sports. Diaz is stepping up to the plate. First pitch is on the way, and this is a pop out to first base. Goldie is tracking it and makes the play for the first out of the inning. And we are underway. Coming up to bat is Jonathan Aranda, hitting .263 on the season, 8 home runs, 38 RBIs, and an .814 OPS. And weather sets, and the first pitch paints the bottom of the strike zone with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball for call strike one. Count is 0-1. And weather sets. Next pitch is on the way, and that pitch is called strike two. Count is 0-2 on Aranda. Weather sets. Addy fires, and the pitch hates the outside corner for call strike three, but looks like Aranda is going to challenge this one. And that does paint the outside corner for call strike three. The call stands, and Aranda is down on strikes. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Jonathan. Grab some bench because you're retired via the K. Junior Caminero is coming up to bat. And Caminero is in the box. Weather sets, and he fires. The sweeper is down low. Count is 1-0. Caminero's hitting .267 on the season, 13 home runs, 27 RBIs, and an .861 OPS. And weather sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Hey, JJ, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here, brother. So the count is evened at 1-1. Weather sets, fires, and that changeup is just tipped for strike two. Count is 1-2 on Caminero. And Caminero is going to take his timeout. And Ryan sets. Pitch is all the way, and this one is hammered up the middle, and it is going to make it into center field for the first hit of the game, first base runner of the game. So Caminero's on with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Vlad, the right fielder. And weather sets. First pitch is on the way, and that fastball is up high. That's a 96-mile-an-hour humdinger. Count is 1-0 on Vlad. Vlad is hitting .306 on the season, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs, and an .859 OPS. Weather sets and fires, and that pitch is skied straight back. Count is 1-1. And weather sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled straight back. Count is 1-2. The guys and gals that are out there in the stream, tell me, how is the audio for today's play-by-play? Next pitch is on the way, and that one is fouled straight back again. Count remains 1-2. And weather sets. Pitch is on the way. The four-seamer is just a bit low. Count is evened at deuces. Deuce, what color is your goose? All right, outstanding. Hey, Jonathan, welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you being here. And the pitch is on the way. The sweeper is just tap foul, so Vlad stays alive. For those of you hopping into the game, score is locked up at 0s in the top of the first. There are 2 outs with a runner at first, and the count is 2-2 on Vlad. Weather sets and he fires, and the slider is down low. Count is full at 3-2. And Weather sets. Pitch is on the way, and that paints the bottom of the strike zone for call, strike 3. So that is Weather's second strikeout of the inning. And it looks like it is a very solid start for Ryan and the Yankees. Let's hope that the bats come alive. Coming up in the bottom of the first is going to be Trent Grisham, Aaron Judge, and Big Ben Rice. So let's go Yankees, and let's see some action happen. All right, folks. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, we have an active poll. How many runs will the Yankees score today? If you haven't cast your vote, please do so. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. We strive for 30 likes for our 3-hour play-by-play, and we are actually halfway there. We have 15 likes. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Here at Yankees The Ugly Truth, we are at 734. Our next milestone is 735, so we're just one away. And if you ask yourself, why would you subscribe to Yankees The Ugly Truth? Well, if you like live play-by-plays, shorts, and open panels where everyone can come up and talk a little bit of baseball, well, Yankees The Ugly Truth may be the one for you. And why is Trent Grisham still leading off? Frankly, because Grisham sees more pitches than any batter in baseball at this point. He sees almost 7 pitches in at bat. Pitchers' counts get raised. He takes a lot of walks, and he has been hitting the ball directly at people. His last game, he went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a single. So hopefully he's on the mend and the bounce back is here. And the first pitch is on the way, and Grisham fouls the fastball off. Count is 0-1. Rasmussen sets, and he fires, and that pitch is way up high. Count is evened at 1-1. Rasmussen sets, he fires, and the cutter paints the bottom of the strike zone. For call, strike 2. Count is 1-2. And Rasmussen sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is a changeup off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. Rasmussen sets and fires, and the pitch is called ball 2. Catcher is challenging the pitch. And that is going to be overturned for call strike 3. Grisham is retired looking. Coming up is the captain. He has been in a massive slump for the last 10 days. So let's see if the captain can get it done. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. Rasmussen sets and fires, and Judge hammers this one into left field. Simpson is going to field it. And Judge was on an 0 for 15 skid and just got his first hit of the day. Coming up to bat is Big Ben Rice. Rasmussen sets and fires, and this is hammered to right field, but right at Valade. And I think he's going to be the Judge is going to be doubled off. And that is going to do it for the Yankees to end the first. Judge gets his 15-game drought snapped, and then he proceeds to be doubled off. And that is going to be the inning. Coming up to bat in the top of the second is going to be Chandler Simpson, Nick Fortis, and Taylor Walls. I will be back in half a click. Here at Yankees The Ugly Truth, we try to provide quality content for y'all to listen to. I call play-by-plays almost every day. I ask for opinions. Hey, it's over. Let's see. I predict who will hit the home run today. He chooses Goldie and McMahon. All right. I like it. And let's see. From our active scoreboard today, the Pirates lead the Blue Jays 2-1 in the bottom of the fifth. Tigers lead the Orioles 2-1 in the bottom of the fifth. As you know, going to the top of the second, we're at zeros. We're back to the game. And the first pitch is on the way to Simpson. It is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Weather sets and fires, and the sweeper is on the way. It is a bit low. Simpson checks his swing. So the count is 1-1. Anticipate another sweeper. Next pitch is on the way, and that sweeper is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Man, it must be a miracle. I call so many of these plays. Next pitch is on the way, and that is called ball two. I'm thinking that was a good pitch, but does not look like Wells is going to challenge. So the count is evened at deuce. Pitch is on the way, and Simpson swings, puts a fly ball into center field. Grisham's tracking it and makes the play for the first out of the inning.
I just started doing laundry.
Nick Fortis is up to bat. And the pitch is on the way, and this is hammered over Grisham's head. It's going to make the fence. Grisham turns, fires, and Fortis is going to be at second with a stand-up double. Hey, Robert. Welcome to the stream. And weather sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sinker is up high and off the plate. Count is 1-0. Walls is hitting .211 on the season, no home runs, 14 RBIs, and a .616 OPS. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that paints the top of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and that is foul down the first base line. Count is 1-2. Those of you just hopping into the stream, we're in the top of the second. There is no score. There is a runner at second with 2 outs. Or 1 out. Next pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed by Walls for the second out of the inning. Weather's third strikeout of the day. Pitch is on the way, and that is a sweeper inside for ball 1. Count is 1-0 on. Mullins is hitting .189 with 3 home runs, 14 RBIs. Next pitch is on the way, and that sweeper just does not make it back to the plate. Count is 2-0 on Mullins. And Weathers sets. Pitch is on the way, and that slider is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 2-1. Weathers sets and fires, and this ball is skied to right field. And Judge is tracking it, and he makes it in shallow right field. And that is going to do it for the Rays in the top of the second. Coming up in the bottom of the second is going to be Cody Bellinger, Paul Goldschmidt, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. And back to our active scoreboard. I'll start over again. Pirates lead the Blue Jays 2-1 in the top of the sixth. Tigers lead the Orioles 2-0 in the top of 6. Going to the bottom of the second, Yankees and Rays are locked up at donuts, as is the Guardians and the Phillies. Twins have a 1-0 lead over the Bo Sox in the top of the first. Mets and Marlins are locked up at donuts in the top of the second. And the Cubs, or the Reds and the Cardinals, are in a rain delay, which is exactly where I thought we would be, but apparently we had a clear enough window to get this game started. You know the funny thing, JJ? Cashman offered Grisham $22 million. QO, not a single YouTuber supported him. That's not true. I supported him. And I will tell you, the reason that I supported him, because you had Bellinger and you had Grisham both going into free agency. $22 million QO was a insurance policy in case Bellinger walked. It is a 1-year deal. And when it's all said and done, the Yankees will walk. Spencer Jones was not ready to come up and take over center field, as Jason Dominguez was not. Actually, Jason Dominguez isn't ready to come up and take any outfield position. So if you look at the free agents, were you willing to pay Kyle Tucker $60 million AAV for 5 years for his services? He's hitting .237. I don't think so. And let's see. Rasmussen sets, and he fires the first pitch to Bellinger is up high. Count is 1-0. Rasmussen sets and fires, and Bellinger swings and misses at the sinker. Count is 1-1. And Bellinger takes timeout. Belly is back in the box. Pitch is on the way, and this is a fly ball to left field. Simpson is coming in on it, and he is going to make the play for the first out in the bottom of the second. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt, hitting .256 on the season, 5 home runs, 14 RBIs, and an .882 OPS. And the next pitch is on the way, and that is down low and outside. Count is 1-0. Rasmussen sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. And Rasmussen sets, and that pitch is a cutter down low. Count is 2-1 on Goldie. And the pitch is all the way, and Goldie fouls it down the right field side. Count is even at 2-2. All right, JJ, you wanted to side Luis Rise. Where was he supposed to play? And Rasmussen sets, and this ball is tapped to the first baseman. Miranda is going to field it and take it himself for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm Jr. And Rasmussen sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Jazz. Jazz is hitting .245 on the season, 5 home runs, 19 RBIs, and a .706 OPS. Rasmussen sets and fires, and the cutter is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. And Rasmussen sets, pitch is on the way, and this is driven past a diving second baseman for a single into right field. Balad is going to get the ball in quickly, so Jazz is at first. So is the Jazz Express going to be on the way? Jose Caballero is coming up to bat. Honestly, JJ, the pitch is on the way, and Jazz is on the way, and he steals second base. That is his 13th steal of the season. That pitch was right down the heart of Broadway, so the count is 0-1 on Cabby. And Rasmussen sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Cabby's hitting 266 on the season, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs, and a 727 OPS. Rasmussen checks on Jazz. The pitch is on the way, and the cutter catches the top of the strike zone for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2 on Cabby. All right, baby, a little bit of situational hitting. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Bingo, bango, bongo. Rasmussen sets, fires, and that fastball is up high. Count is even at 2-2, and how do you do? Once again, Rasmussen is checking on Chisholm. Sets and fires, and this ball is bounced up the middle. It is going to be handled by the second baseman over second. He shoots at first, and looks like the tag is applied by Rhonda. And that is going to do it for the Yankees, held off the board. Coming up to bat in the top of the third is going to be Williams, Diaz, and Aranda. So that's going to be 9-1-2. And we have a home run from our chat. We have just gotten our 735th subscriber, so we've met the milestone of 735. Don't know who it is that subscribed, but thank you very much. Appreciate you trusting us with providing you quality content here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. At this present time, in our active poll, we have 15 votes. So thank you for those who have participated. If you haven't, please drop your vote, let your voice be heard, and your vote be counted. And we are at 20 likes, 10 short of our goal of 30 for the live play-by-play. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network who is simulcasting this live play-by-play for the Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing to one and the same. Hey, Thomas, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you hopping in and listening to a little bit of baseball. Matter of fact, I appreciate everyone for hopping in and listening to a little play-by-play and supporting the channel. Most appreciated. And in the active scoreboard at this time, Pirates lead the Blue Jays now 4-1 in the bottom of the sixth. Tigers lead the Orioles 2-1 in the bottom of the sixth. As you know, heading to the top of 3, Yankees and Rays are locked up at zeros, as is the Guardians and the Phillies, the Mets and the Marlins. Twins have a 1-0 lead on the Red Sox, and that is our active scoreboard at this time. The first pitch is on the way, and it is a fastball in the dirt. Williams is hitting 120 with no home runs, 3 RBIs, and a 314 OPS. Next pitch is on the way, and that is fouled straight back. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is fouled straight back. Count is 1-2 on Williams. Sweeper, brother, sweeper. Maybe a changeup. Weather sets and fires, and the changeup is in the dirt. Count is evened at 2-2. And the next pitch is on the way, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. All right, Ryan, time to get nasty, baby. This guy is freaking hitting 190. And Weather sets, fires, and that pitch is off the plate. That is going to be ball 4. So Weathers walks the number 9 hitter. Coming up to bat is Yandy Diaz, 0 for 1 on the day with a pop out in his first plate appearance. And Weathers sets, fires in the first pitch, paints the top of the strike zone. Count is 0-1 on Diaz. And there is a pickoff at first base. Nice move by Weathers. Caught Williams sleeping. And the pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is 1-1. As far as I know, Volpe has never played second base at any level. Pitch is fouled off. Count is now 1-2 on Diaz. Weathers sets and fires, and this ball is hit into left center field. Grisham is going to field it and fire it in. The Diaz is on with his first base hit of the day. So the Rays have a runner at first with 1 out. Coming up to bat is Jonathan Aranda, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout under his belt. Again, Weathers sets and fires, and the sinker is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And Weathers sets and fires, and he paints the top of the strike zone for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2 on Aranda. And Weathers sets. He fires, and the sweeper is off the plate. Count is 1-2. Weathers sets and fires, and that sweeper is in the dirt. Count is 2-2. Pitch is on the way, and it is grounded to Jazz. It is off of his glove. Runner is rounding second, heading to third. So the Rays are going to have runners at first and third with 1 out. Junior Caminero coming up to bat. First pitch is on the way, and the sinker paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Caminero is 1 for 1 on the day with a single in his first plate appearance. Next pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Caballero. Flips it to Jazz. Jazz relays to Goldie for a 6-4-3 double play. And that is going to do it for the Rays in the top of the third. So Weathers navigates that bit of trouble and gets out of it, leaving a runner left on base. All right, let me look at some of these comments here. I am not so sure that the Yankees actually love Volpe. Personally, I think the only reason that he is up in the major leagues is to show that he can be a major league player somewhere on the infield. I believe he's going to take reps at second on this go round in conjunction with some reps at short. I think they're trying to up his trade value. And the reason that I say that is last year in the major league draft, they drafted 7 shortstops. They traded for Jose Caballero and brought in Max Schumann, who is a shortstop also. So I don't think there's an issue with the Yankees moving on from him. I think the Yankees are trying to show other teams and increase his trade value. As far as Jazz, I do not believe that Jazz will be part of the Yankees next year. His $350 million, $35 million AAV contract is not going to happen in New York. I don't see it happening anywhere. But if there's a team that's going to pay that out, it's probably the Dodgers. And Jazz likes the bright lights, and that's probably something that appeals to him. From my perspective, I've seen that Jazz has a big mouth and talks a good game, but he doesn't have the butt to back it up. Coming up to bat is going to be Ryan McMahon, Austin Wells, and Trent Grisham. First pitch is on the way, and the cutter is down low. Yes, we drafted 7 shortstops last year. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 1-1. Oh, yeah. Can you hear me now? Pitch is on the way, and that is inside. Count is now 2-1. Can you hear the audio now, guys? All right. Thank you. I bumped my mute button. Sorry about that. Next pitch is on the way. So I've been talking to myself for about 2 to 3 minutes, I guess. And it is up out of the strike zone. Count is 3-1 on Grishbaum. Next pitch is on the way, and Grisham grounds us up the middle. The second baseman lays out and throws the ball off track, and Grisham is going to beat the throw. So he is on. And that is going to be an infield single for Trent. All rise. The judges in the chambers. He is 1-for-1 on the day. Brass busted sets and fires, and that four-seamer paints the inside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on the captain. Next pitch is on the way, and that fastball is inside. Count is evened out 1-1. Actually, you must be complaining about Wells doing a one pitch, one out. So that's probably not a bad thing. And the pitch is on the way. The cutter is down low. Count is now 2-1 on the captain. Next pitch is on the way, and that is called strike two. Judge is challenging this, and I think it's a good challenge. I think it was low. And that ball is down low, so the count is now going to be 3-1. Yankees still retain their two challenges. Rasmussen sets. Pitch is on the way, and that paints the inside corner for strike two. Count is now full. Rasmussen sets, fires, and this pitch is skied to center field. Mullins is tracking it, and he is going to make the play for the third out. And the Yankees are going to be retired once again. For those of you that are here, we have 17 votes in our active poll. If you haven't voted, please take this second to drop your vote. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. We are currently at 21 likes. Our goal is 30 for 22 likes. Our goal is 30 for every live stream. So if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And in our active scoreboard for today, the Pirates lead the Blue Jays 4-1 in the bottom of the seventh. Tigers lead the Orioles 2-1 in the bottom of the seventh. As you know, heading to the top of four, this game is locked up at zeros, as is the Guardians and the Phillies, and the Mets and the Marlins. Twins have a 2-1 lead on the Red Sox in the top of the third. The Dodgers and the Brewers are locked up at zeros in the top of the second. Mariners have a 1-0 lead on the Royals in the top of two. Astros and Cubs have just gotten underway. And that is your active scoreboard for today. And let's see. We drafted Dax Kilby as our number one draft pick, Caden Kent, both shortstops, a Core Jackson, another shortstop, Jackson Lovich, another shortstop, Bryce Martin Grzelnik, another shortstop, and I think there is one international signing shortstop that we had. So that would be seven shortstops the Yankees brought in yesterday or last year. First pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is inside for ball one. Count is 0-1. Pitch is on the way, and it is chopped. Weathers is going to make the play and follow with a throw to Goldschmidt to record the first out. Simpson is coming up to bat, 0 for 1 on the day. And the pitch is on the way. This is skied to left field. Bellinger is tracking it, and he makes the play for the second out. So that is 2 away real quick. Coming up to bat is Nick Fortis, 1 for 1 on the day with a double in his first plate appearance. Weathers sets, and he fires. Changeup is in there for call. Strike one, painted the bottom of the strike zones. Weathers sets, and he fires, and this ball is chopped to McMahon, who fires across the diamond. A little bit high. Goldie goes up and puts the tag on Fortis for the third out. And that is a quick 1-2-3 inning, 5 pitches for Weathers. Yep. The year before that, we drafted 16 out of 20 spots were pitchers. And the people that we have that have filled in for that is are working their way up into the minors system and will be available to support the starting rotation here within the next 2 seasons. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice, Cody Bellinger, and Paul Goldschmidt. The place that we traded away from our excess was catching. Now we're bare shelved. And with Wells and Scar hitting the way we are, there's not really an in-house solution. There is not a catcher that we could bring up that could be an impact player. Yep. 16 starters and bullpen arms. Last year, we drafted one of our top 3 draft picks as a kid, left-handed kid by the name of Pico Khan. And I've been tracking him, and that guy looks fantastic too. He's got a pickoff move to first that is about, at this point, as good as Andy Pettit. He throws plus fastball that is averaging about 98 miles an hour. So, like I says, I see good things coming from the Yankees with regard to pitchers and infielders. We need some help with catching and outfielders. Hopefully we won't need outfielders for a while. And the first pitch to Rice is going to paint the outside corner. Nice cutter for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on Ben. Rice is 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out in his first plate appearance. Next pitch is on the way, and that changeup is in the dirt. Count is 1-1. Pitch is on the way. And that is grounded up the middle. Walls is going to field it over second base and fire to Aranda for the first out. No problem, Thomas. That's what I do. And Rasmussen sets and fires. Pitch is on the way, and that is a changeup off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Belly. Belly is 0 for 1 on the day with a flyout in his first plate appearance. Next pitch is on the way. The cutter paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike 2. For strike 1, count is 1-1. All right, Belly, it's time to get a damn hit. Stop screwing around. Rasmussen sets and fires, and this is hammered through the infield into right field. And Belly is going to be on with a 1-out base hit. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. Pitch is on the way, and that is up and in on Goldie. Count is 1-0. Rasmussen sets. There's a pickoff attempt at first. Belly is back in head first safe. Goldie is 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded out in his first plate appearance. Pitch is on the way, and that is inside. And Bellinger is going to take off, and it looks like he is thrown out at second. And the next pitch is on the way, and that is outside. Count is 3-0 on Goldie. Hey, SJ, welcome to the stream. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a four-seamer right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike 1. Count is 3-1. And Rasmussen sets. Fires, and that pitch is down low. That is going to be ball 4 to Goldie. So he is going to take his base. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm Jr., 1 for 1 on the day with a stolen base. First pitch is on the way, and Jazz swings over the top of a changeup for strike 1. Count is 0-1. Rasmussen sets and fires, and that cutter paints the inside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 1-2 on Jazz. Pitch is on the way, and Jazz swings through the fastball for call, strike three, and that is going to do it for the Yankees in the bottom of the fourth. Coming up in the top of the fifth is going to be Walls, Mullins, and Williams. And let's see, JJ. We shouldn't have traded away our homegrown talent, Michael King, who was breaking out for a Juan Soto rental. Well, honestly, I was not a big Juan Soto fan from go. I did not think that he was going to re-sign with the Yankees, and I thought if he did, he was going to cost way too much and limit the Yankees' ability to sign any other players, which is exactly what happened to the Mets. We ended up trading Kyle Higashioka, Michael King, Drew Thorpe, and another prospect pitcher. If Luis Hill hadn't been injured, the Padres would have wanted him instead of Thorpe. They turned Drew Thorpe, the Padres turned Drew Thorpe into Dylan Cease. It worked out very well for them in the long run. And ultimately, did it really hurt the Yankees? Probably not. We had 1 year, a World Series appearance, and Soto went out and got his bag of cash, and that, as they say, is that. Then he proceeded to miss the playoffs last year, which I predicted. And I predicted that he wouldn't make the playoffs once again. So, bag of cash or legacy? I don't know. What is more worth so? And let's see. Weathers is on the bump. First pitch is on the way, and that is tapped foul. Count is 0-1. Weathers is at 54 pitches on the day. Pitch count is looking fantastic. And the pitch is on the way, and that is tap foul down the third base line. Count is 1-2 on Walls. Walls is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Weathers sets and fires, and that slider is in the dirt. Count is 2, add 2. And how do you do? Next pitch is on the way, and that is a towering fly ball. McMahon is tracking it and is going to make the play on the infield grass for the first out. Elevator shaft home run. Coming up to bat is Cedric Mullins, 0 for 1 on the day with a flyout in his first plate appearance. And Weathers sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Mullins. And Weathers sets, fires, and that pitch is down low. Count is 2-0 on Mullins. And Weathers sets and fires, and that pitch is off the plate. Count is now 3-0. All right, Ryan, time to get nasty, baby. And Weathers sets, fires, and the sinker paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike one, count is 3, add 1. And Weathers sets, fires, and that sinker is down low for ball 4. So the Rays are going to have a runner at first with 1 out. Williams is coming up to bat. Williams does not have an official plate appearance. He walked in his first at bat. And Weathers sets, pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off of Wells. Count is 0-1. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied to left field. Bellinger is tracking it and is going to make the play for the second out of the inning. Mullins is going to retreat back to first base. So coming up to bat is Yandy Diaz, 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch is on the way, and this is fouled down the right field line. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and that is foul down the third base line. That's going to make the stands. Count is 0-2 on Diaz. Sweeper low and away, brother, and you will bag him. Pitch is on the way, and that is chopped up the middle. Caballero feels it and fires to Goldie for the third out. And that is going to do it for the Rays in the top of 5. Coming up in the bottom of the 5th is going to be Jose Caballero, Ryan McMahon, and Austin Well. 7-8-9. 7-8-9. Well, rally time means that you're behind. It's getting started. That's what we need to do, is get started. So how are we feeling about the game today? For those of you that are here, we have 20 votes in our active poll. So if you haven't voted, please take this second to drop your vote, let your voice be heard, and your vote be counted. We are at 22 likes, 8 short of our goal of 30. Yeah, it was a good out. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network, who is simulcasting our live play-by-play for the Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. If you ask yourself why you should subscribe to Yankees The Ugly Truth, if you like play-by-plays, well, I call a lot of them. I called 146 games last year, not including the playoffs. If you like shorts, I drop shorts quite regularly. As a matter of fact, I dropped one yesterday. Go over to YouTube and check out my shorts and let me know what you think. And I also host open panels here on The Ugly Truth with everybody who is in this stream able to come up. I will drop a link and we can talk some baseball. Currently, we are at 735 subscribers. Our next goal is going to be 740. We are 5 away. And the pitch to Cabby is bounced to Aranda. Aranda is going to take it himself for the first out. And you know how much I hate one pitch outs. You are letting the pitcher off the hook. Rasmussen is at 57 pitches right now. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon, 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out in his first plate appearance. First pitch is on the way, and that is a four-seamer that paints the inside portion of the plate for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Hey, Robert. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a curveball down low. Count is 1-1. Rasmussen sets and fires, and McMahon chops this one foul down the first base line. Count is 1-2. And Rasmussen sets. And he fires, and the changeup is waved at by McMahon for strike three, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. That is Rasmussen's fourth strikeout of the day. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells, 0 for 1. Next pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 1-0 on Wells. Pitch is on the way, and that is skied to center field. Mullins is coming in on it, and he is going to make the third out of the inning. And going into the top of the sixth, the score remains 0-0. Coming up to bat is Aranda, Caminero, and Valad. Well, what do you guys see it for the game today? Let me know what you're thinking. Jonathan, if the Yankees need to change something in the offense, what exactly is it? What change could the Yankees make at this point of the season to turn things around as far as the hitting is concerned? And that's another goal. Beagle, you're pretty quiet today. No thoughts? No comments? And Jonathan Aranda is stepping up to the plate. Weathers sets and he fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is off the plate. Count is 1-1 on Aranda. Weathers sets, fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. For strike two, count is 1-2 on Aranda. And Weathers sets, pitch is on the way, and it is foul down the third base side. Count remains 1-2. Weathers is at 71 pitches. Pitch is on the way, and Aranda waves at the changeup for strike three. That is going to be Weathers' fourth strikeout of the afternoon. Coming up to bat is Junior Caminero, 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch is on the way, and that is a foul down the first base line. Count is 0-1 on Caminero. And Weathers sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sinker is just a bit low. Count is 1-1. And Weathers sets. That sinker catches the inside corner for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2 on Caminero. Weathers sets and fires. The fastball is inside. Count is evened at 2-2. Weathers sets and fires, and that sweeper is just tapped by Caminero to stay alive. Count remains 2-2. And Weathers sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is guide to right field. Judge is coming in on it and is going to make the play for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Vlad, 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. And a ground out. Pitch is on the way, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Weathers sets. Next pitch is on the way, and that changeup is inside. Count is 2-0 on Vlad. Weathers sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 2-1. Weathers sets, it fires, and that sweeper is fouled off to the first base side. Count is evened at 2-2. And how do you do? Next pitch is on the way, and that fastball is up high. Count is now full, 3-2. Next pitch is on the way, and the sinker is down low, so that's going to be ball 4. Chandler Simpson coming up to bat. Simpson is 0 for 2 on the day with a line out and a fly out. Next pitch is on the way, and that is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1 on Simpson. Weathers sets, and he fires, and that pitch is down low. Count is 1-1. Weathers sets and fires, and that ball is chopped to Jazz. Jazz fires to Goldie, and that is going to do it for the Rays in the top of the 6th. Coming up to bat for the Yankees in the bottom of the 6th is going to be Grisham, Judge, and Rice. 1, 2, 3, and that's what we're going to see. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We currently have 20 votes, so let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. So how are we feeling about the game? And Rasmussen sets. First pitch is on the way, and that is a curveball off the plate. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-1 on Grisham. Next pitch is on the way, and it paints the inside corner down low. Count is 1-2 on Grishbaum. Next pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is even at 2-2. What color is your goose? Pitch is on the way, and the Yankees hit a grounder through the infield past a diving Williams, and Grisham has a leadoff single. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. Judge is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Pitch is on the way, and that is down low and inside for count one, ball 1. Count is 1-0. Good suggestion, John. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a fastball off the plate. Count is 2-0 to the captain. Pitch is on the way, and the captain fouls this one down the right field line. Count is 2-1 on the judge. Rasmussen sets and fires, and Judge tips that one into the catcher's glove. Count is going to be even at 2-2. And Judge calls timeout in his traditional 2-strike fashion, picks up some dirt and flips it to the side. So he's getting his right mind right so he can charge one up. Pitch is on the way, and that is in the dirt. It bounces away from the catcher. Grisham is going to hold fast at first. So the count is now full, 3-2 on the captain. Pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Caminero. Caminero flips to second, on to first, so that is a 5-4-3 double play. So coming up to bat is Ben Rice, 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch to Rice is a fastball in there for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Caminero. Walls. He's going to fire to Aranda at first, and that is going to do it for the Yankees in the bottom of the 6th. Coming up to bat for the Rays is going to be Fortis, Walls, and Mullins. Been a very, very quiet day with the bats. Currently, the Rays have no runs on 4 hits, no errors. The Yankees have no runs on 5 hits and no errors. Definitely been a pitcher's duel this afternoon. Hey, Carlos, welcome to the stream. Well, the Yankees offense is certainly not lighting it up. That's for damn sure. And Weathers sets. First pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is 1-0. Weathers is at 88 pitches. Pitch is on the way, and that is inside. Count is now 2-0. Weathers sets, and he fires, and the sinker paints the inside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 2-1 on Fortis. Fortis is 1 for 2 on the day with a double. Next pitch is on the way, and that is inside. Count is now 3-1. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied to right field. Captain is tracking it, and he is going to make a fine running play just short of the right field line for the first out of the inning. Pitch is on the way, and this is guide to center field. Grisham is going to lay out and make a great catch on Walls. That was a broken bat looper. So that is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Mullins 0 for 1 on the day with a base on balls. Pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer is up and in on Mullins. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and that is line to right field. Judge takes a couple of steps, and that is going to do it for the Rays in the top of the 7th. So that is 7 shutout innings for Weathers. And the military member of the day is Staff Sergeant Arturo Edwards, who served in Vietnam. Thank you, sir, for your service to this country. It is most appreciated. From our active scoreboard today, the Pirates have beaten the Blue Jays 4-1. The Tigers lead the Orioles 3-2 in the bottom of the ninth. As you know, in this game, going to bottom of the seventh, the score is locked up at zeros. Guardians have a 2-0 lead on the Phillies in the top of the sixth. Red Sox have a 4-3 lead on the Twins in the bottom of the fifth. Mets and Marlins are locked up at zeros in the top of the sixth. Dodgers and Brewers are tied at ones in the top of the fourth. Marlins lead the Royals 1-0 in the top of the fifth. Cubs lead the Astros 3-2 in the bottom of the third. And we have a few more games getting underway a little bit later. 4:05 is the next start. And that is your active scoreboard for today. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the drop your vote in our active poll. We have 22 votes currently. So let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. If you haven't, we are at 24 likes. Our goal for every live stream is 30, so we are 6 away. And this stream is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to Mitch and his gang. They do a lot more than baseball. They do basketball, football, wrestling. They all-encompassing sports network. So give them some love. And if you are not subscribed here to Yankees Ugly Truth, please consider doing so. 735 subscribers. And the first pitch to Bellinger is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and Bellinger swings and misses. Count is evened out 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and Bellinger swings and misses at the cutter. Count is 1-2 on Belly. Next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count remains 1-2 on Belly. Pitch is on the way, and that is a stinker down in the dirt. Count is evened at deuce. And a bit of breaking news from Jonathan. Dylan Cease was removed from the game with a mild left hamstring discomfort. And the pitch is on the way, and it is tipped into the glove of Fortis for strike 3, and that is the first out. Thank you for the info, Jonathan. Paul Goldschmidt is coming up to bat, 0 for 1 on the day with a base on balls. And the first pitch is on the way, and that is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and that is called strike 1. Come on, goalie, challenge that one. That shit is a foot low. Goldschmidt does not challenge, so the call stands. Next pitch is on the way, and Goldie swings at the changeup. Count is now 1-2. Rasmussen sets, fires, and that pitch is fouled away. Count remains 1-2. Rasmussen is at 87 pitches on the game. Next pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count remains 1-2 as we head to the sixth pitch of the at-bat. Looks like Clevenger and another pitcher are warming up in the bullpen for the Rays. Pitch is on the way, and that is a cutter off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. As we head to the seventh pitch of the at-bat. More pitches the batter sees, the better the advantage swings to them. Next pitch is on the way, and Goldie swings and misses at a sinker that is out of the strike zone for strike 3. Second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm Jr., 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and stolen base. Pitch is on the way, and that is hammered foul down the right field line for strike 1. Rasmussen sets, fires, and this pitch is grounded to Williams. Williams fires to Aranda for the third out of the inning. So through 7, there is no score. Coming up in the top of the 8th is going to be Williams, Diaz, and Aranda. And I'll be right back. And we are back. Normally, I would ask, who would you consider the MVP of the day? I guess there's only one consideration, and that would be Ryan Weathers having done an outstanding job pitching today. Certainly no offense either way, Rays or the Yankees. And you're saying that we need to replace Judge as the captain? Is that what you're saying, John? And it looks like Fernando Cruz is coming in and Richie Palios is going to be pinch hitting. First pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a splitter in the dirt. Bounces all the way back to the backstop. Count is evened at 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and that is a towering elevator shaft home run. Goldschmidt is tracking it and makes it on the play on the dirt for the first out. Ed Beagle says that he is thinking that Weathers will be as good as Cab. Would that be something to see? Coming up to bat is Yandy Diaz. First pitch is on the way, and the splitter is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that splitter is fouled off. Count is 0-2. Cruz sets and fires, and that pitch is driven into left field, and that is going to get off the wall. It's going to get past Bellinger, and Diaz is going to be in at second with a one-out double. So the Rays have a runner at second with one out. And they are going to have a pinch runner done in for Diaz. Cruz sets and fires, and the pitch is skied to right field. Judge is going to lay out and make the catch. Runner is not going to be able to advance. The Judge definitely saved a run on that one, and that is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jonathan Aranda, 1 for 4 on the day with 2 strikeouts. It looks like we got a mound visit going on, so looks like Tim Hill is warming up in the dugout. Caminero is coming up to bat, 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch is on the way, and the splitter is inside. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 2-0 on Caminero. And they are intentionally walking Caminero. Coming up to bat is Vlad, 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a walk. And the first pitch is on the way, and that four-seamer is down low. Pitch is on the way, and the pitch is fouled off. The count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and the splitter is just inside. Count is 2-1. There is a pickoff attempt at second. Chisholm could not hang on the ball. So we are in the top of the eighth. There is no score. The Rays have a runner at second with 2 outs, and Vlad is up to bat. Count is now 3-1 on Vlad. There is runners at first and second. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is fouled off. Count is now full, 3-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is grounded into the infield. Bellinger comes up, and they are going to throw the runner out at third. And the run does not score. So the score is still 0-0. Bellinger had a hell of a throw to third base to gun the runner down at third. Tampa Bay is challenging the play at third base, and the run scored. And we're still waiting for the review. Heads up play from Bellinger. So they have now come back and said that it's confirmed that the runner is out at third base, and they confirmed that the runner had not scored by the time the third out was made. So the score is going to remain 0-0 heading into the bottom of the eighth. Coming up for the Yankees is going to be Jose Caballero, Ryan McMahon, and Austin Wells. 7, 8, 9. For those of you that are here, we have an active poll going on. We have 22 votes in that poll. So if you haven't dropped your vote, please take this time to do so. Drop your vote, let your voice be heard, and your vote be counted. We are at 24 likes. Our goal for every live play-by-play is 30, so we're 6 away. And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. This stream is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to them. They are a multifaceted network that has baseball, football, basketball, and wrestling. Here at Yankees The Ugly Truth, we are at 735 subs, 5 short of our goal of 740. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. If you like live play-by-plays, I call most every one of them. Called 147 of the 162 last year. I drop shorts on a regular basis, and I hold open panels where folks from the chat are invited up to talk a little bit of baseball. First pitch is on the way. Kevin Kelly is replacing Drew Rasmussen. First pitch is in there for call, strike one. A 93-mile-an-hour sinker, and he is a right-handed submariner. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-2. Next pitch is on the way. The sinker is down low. Count is now 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and that is a line drive at Caminero, who makes the play for the first out. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon, 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. And the pitch is on the way, and McMahon lines a single through the infield. So he is on with 1 out. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. The first pitch to Wells is in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. All right, Wells, a little bit of situational hitting, brother. Come on. Kelly sets, and the pitch is grounded to the second base. Wall stands on the bag and fires to first. So that is a 6-3 double play. Coming up to bat in the top of the ninth is going to be Simpson, Fortis, and Walls. So are we going to end up breaking through before extra innings hits? And it looks like Tim Hill is coming in to replace Fernando Cruz. And it looks like we have a home run from our chat. Looks like we have our 736 subscriber. So 4 short of our next goal of 740. Thank you for trusting us to provide you with quality content. Your support is most appreciated. From our active scoreboard today, Pirates beat the Blue Jays 4-1. Orioles beat the Tigers 5-3. We're in the top of the ninth. This game is locked up at zeros. Guardians have a 2-1 lead on the Phillies in the bottom of 7. Twins have a 6-4 lead on the Bo Sox in the top of the 6th. The Mets and Marlins are locked up at zeros in the top of 7. Dodgers have a 5-1 lead on the Brewers in the top of the 5th. Royals have a 4-1 lead on the Mariners in the top of the 6th. Cubs have a 3-2 lead on the Astros in the top of the 5th. And that's your active scoreboard. And the first pitch is on the way. Simpson shows bunt, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-1 on Simpson. Next pitch is on the way, and that sinker paints the outside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. Pitch is on the way, and the slider is up high. Count is 1-2 on Simpson. Next pitch is on the way, and that is swung on a miss for strike 3. So that is a huge out to get the speedster out of there. Coming up to bat is Nick Fortis, the catcher, 1 for 3 on the day with a double in his first plate appearance. And Hill sets. Pitch is on the way, and the slider is up high. Count is 1-0. Hill sets and fires. That sinker paints the top of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that slider is up and off the plate. Count is 2-1. Hill sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled off. Count is evened at 2-2. Hill sets, fires, and the sinker is down low. Count is now full. For those of you just hopping in the stream, we're in the top of the ninth. Score is 0-0. Pitch is on the way, and that is ball 4. So Fortis is going to walk. The Rays have a runner at first with 1 out. Coming up to bat is Tyler Walls, 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout, pop out, and a flyout. And Hill sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is a bunt. Goldie is going to fire to second to retire Fortis. There are 2 outs. Hey, Dev, welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you hopping in. Hope you're having a good Sunday afternoon. Coming up to bat is Cedric Mullins, 0 for 2 with a base on balls. And Hill sets and fires. The first pitch is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1 on Mullins. Next pitch is on the way, and that is lined into left field. Bellinger's going to field it cleanly, shoot it to third. So the Rays are going to have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Richie Palacios, 0 for 1 on the day. And the first pitch is a sinker up and in. Count is 1-0. Hill sets, fires, and that pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 1-1. Hill sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled off of Palacios. Count is 1-2. So the Rays have runners at first and second with 2 outs, 1-2 count on Palacios. And Hill sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is foul down the first base line. Count remains 1-2. Pitch is on the way, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to be a scoreless 9th. Heading to the bottom of the 9th, the Yankees are going to have Grisham, Judge, and Rice coming up to bat. 1, 2, 3, and that's what we're going to see. Can the Yankees walk this one off without having to go to the dreaded extra innings? For those of you that are here and have hopped in, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We are at 25 likes. Our goal is always 30 for live play-by-plays. So if you haven't dropped a like, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And we here at Yankees The Ugly Truth are at 736 subscribers, 4 short of our next goal of 740. So anything you can do to help us meet that milestone, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. Weathers pitched 7 strong innings today. Has locked this small ball offense up. Weathers only gave up 4 hits. He had 4 strikeouts and 3 walks. Unfortunately, he cannot figure into the decision today. Fernando Cruz came in and had a solid inning. Tim Hill followed. And it looks like David Bednar will be coming in if he has to in the 10th. And the first pitch to Grisham is call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1 on Grishbaum. Next pitch is a changeup swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on Trent. Grisham is 2 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. Ed Kelly sets. Fires, and the 4-seamer is way up high. Count is 1-2 on Grisham. And Kelly sets and fires, and that changeup is off the plate. Count is now 2-2. And Kelly sets and fires, and the changeup is off the plate, so the count is now full on Grisham. And the pitch is on the way, and that is off the plate for ball 4. The Grisham is on. Grisham is the winning run. Coming up to bat is the captain. All rise. The judge is in the chamber. And the pitching coach is coming out to have a meeting of the minds. So are they going to 4-pitch walk Judge? I don't think they'll put the winning run at second with nobody out. And Schumann is coming in to pinch run for Grisham. And the pitch is on the way. And Judge hammers this one to right center field. And this one is going, and gone. Game freaking over. Yankees win 2-0. That is Judge's 4th career walk-off homer, his 8th walk-off hit. So the Yankees are going to win this one 2-0. So, from our active poll, we had 23 votes. So, thank you for everybody who participated. 48% of the people said that we were going to have 3 to 4 runs. 22 said 5 plus. 13% said none. 17% said 1 to 2. And as you know, this game just ended 2-0. So congratulations to the 17% for getting it right. As you know, the Yankees are going to be taking off after this game to head to Kansas City to take a 3-game series to Kauffman. I will be calling the game Monday on Memorial Day. So hop in there and listen to a little bit of play-by-play. Drop a shout out and I'll give you a holler. Before we end this one, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a subscriber to the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. The numbers for today's game are Yankees 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Tampa Bay has no runs on 7 hits and no errors. Tim Hill is going to be the winner. Record goes to 1-2. Kelly is going to be the loser, and his record is going to go to 3-2. I will end this stream in my traditional fashion with "Let's go Yankees," and we'll see you in the funny papers. Have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon. Hope to see you tomorrow during the live play-by-play. Have a great day.
Take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. I don't ever slow up.